everyone. So kind of a different intro today. I am in the car because I wanted to take you guys shopping with me today. I thought it would be fun to go see what stores have some Halloween stuff out already. I know it is still summertime and it's only July, but to be honest, coming September, I'm sure all of the Halloween stuff will be pretty much gone off the shelves and we're gonna start to see Christmas stuff. So we gotta get out there and see what they have right now for Halloween. So let's go shopping.
First place I stopped was Michael's, and I'm glad I went there first because they have 40% off all of their Halloween stuff. They only had one aisle of Halloween stuff right now, and it was just one side of the aisle. But I know there will be more coming. They had a lot of these little garland pieces that were glittery and had like spiders and candy corn on them. They also had a bunch of wreaths that you could use to decorate yourself, like a DIY wreath. And then they had these wreath hangers that you put on the door. They had the ghost one and then this bat one. And then also they had this one with the skeleton hand, which is kind of like a dupe from Pottery Barn. These are only $9.99. And then of course this week you get the 40% off of those. So I thought those were a pretty good deal. And then if you did want to make your own wreath or you were decorating some vases or something like that, you could use all of these picks that they had. They had a ton of these. They had some like voodoo doll ones, which I wasn't a fan of, but I liked the ghost. And then they had some spiders and some cats you could put around, but those were glittery. I'm not a super big fan of the glitter because it gets everywhere, but it's part of Halloween and Christmas, I guess. But these picks are perfect to put in the wreaths. But I do think when Dollar Tree puts out some of theirs, you can definitely get them for a lot less because most of these picks ranged from about $4.99 to $5.99 for each one of them. And even with the 40% off, that made them like around a couple dollars, $3, things like that. So Dollar Tree does have a few of these, like the pumpkins and things like that, for a lot less. And especially those little sparkly tree picks down there, Dollar Tree will be I'm sure selling those this year again. And then I love this little tray. It was like a little fence with a little gate on it, and it was iron, so it was nice and heavy. And then for like the decor stuff, they had some vases that were these like skulls and these type with like the bats on them. I wasn't a huge fan of these ones. I think you could definitely get like something like this at the used store and then kind of paint it and embellish it to make it look like it has spiders on it and things like that. And same thing with that little head. You could do something like that. And then they had these little trinkets with the skulls and the bones, and they glowed in the dark. They had some brains and some bugs also that you could fill up some jars with if you wanted to. And then they had just some glassware that you could use to DIY things with. I thought it was a little pricey, even with the 40% off, to DIY with, but it would look cute if you were putting, you know, a display out. They had a bunch of beakers if you were doing like a mad scientist theme, and they had a ton of different sizes in these beakers. So with the 40% off, I think that wouldn't have been too bad of a deal. Like I said, if you were doing some sort of mad scientist theme or something like that. I did like these little beakers that were on a little pedestal, or I'm not really sure what you would call those. But they were cute. You could fill those up or do something with those. I liked these coffins. I thought these were super cute. They're little terrariums, and they came in 3 different sizes. So I thought these would look super cute with some moss and some like little bugs inside of them. Maybe even a little skeleton lying down, just to be kind of some cool decor. And I loved this little cauldron. It was nice and heavy, and you could do a DIY with this, or you could just set it up with stuff inside of it or candy inside of it. And this bowl was cute as well, but I did think that bowl was a little pricey, even with the 40% off. I also love this set of 3 cauldrons. I think this was a good deal for 40% off because I've seen this type of decor other places and they can be pretty pricey. Lastly, at Michael's, they had for 2023 all of their haunted houses or part of their villages set up with all their figurines. They had them all displayed at my Michael's, so it was fun to look at. They had some big haunted houses, they had some little ones, different little scenes, and they looked so cool. All of them lit up, some of them played music and they had sounds and just had some movement to them. They were pretty awesome. These were not included in the 40% off. This is just all regular price, at least right now, but it's pretty cool. I would love to have some sort of setup like this one day in my home, because there's just so much going on and so much to look for. It just looks really cool. My next stop after Michael's was Home Goods. As soon as I walked into Home Goods, I saw Mr. Bones displayed for $200. He's a little bit smaller than the one from Home Depot, but he's still pretty cool. I loved this little sign for $39.99, and also this other little broom parking sign. It was really cute, but a little pricey for me, but I think I can DIY that first little sign or something like it maybe. And then they have just so much stuff on their shelves. They only had one aisle of Halloween right now, and it was one side as well. And then there's some things that are just kind of strung around the store. So I don't know. I feel like it's kind of jumbled and hard to look at. A lot of the things that Home Goods had, I didn't really like so far. I do like these shiny and bright ornaments, but they were a little small, and I think I would want bigger ones. I do want to do a Christmas, or not a Christmas tree, but a Halloween Christmas tree, I guess, this year to display in my home. So I do want some ornaments, but those ones were a little bit small. But they did have some cute little figurines and some skulls and some statues. I love these little candle holders that are the hand is holding the little candle holder, and also this little plushy pumpkin that had little cat ears. I thought that one was super cute. So they had a lot of things to kind of look at, a lot of little figurines and little pieces. This big skeleton head did light up, and I thought that was a pretty good deal for this. I think it was $29.99, I believe. Yeah, it was $29.99, and I thought that was a pretty good deal. But then when I took that out, I'm glad I did, because I spotted this terracotta skeleton head, and I love that. I thought that this thing was so cool. Even though he's hollow on the inside, he's pretty heavy. He was $24.99, so I don't know. I thought that was a pretty good deal for as big of a skeleton head this was. And like I said, there was just a bunch of other little like figurines and statues. I liked these little witches' boots, but each one of them were separate, so you'd have to pay $12.99 for each one of them. If you wanted like a set, I don't know what you would do with them. Maybe it was like a vase or something. I did think this was a good deal for this large cauldron for $30, and I'm not just really sure about the gold detailing on it. I liked the idea of this little Halloween countdown calendar. Not really sure I like the look of it. It is like a vintage, old-timey look. Some of the vintage stuff I like, and some of it I'm not a fan of. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you like the vintage stuff, like that pumpkin head thing that I was going to pick up? I was like, oh, I'm not really sure I like that. But I do like the little vintage looking Christmas trees, but the Halloween ones. Unfortunately, this one, I couldn't show it lit up, but it was, I believe, $19.99 for that, which is a pretty good deal for that big one. And you don't have to use that for Halloween. You could have that out for just the whole fall season. And then I spotted this big giant terracotta pumpkin, which I really love. It was $40. And then I also spotted some of this ghost and ghoul goblin, whatever you want to call it, for $14.99. It was little garland for that. And then, but then I found these as well. So those were also $14.99. And then I loved this little cat door hanger. It was $16.99. I thought that was a really good deal. I thought it was super cute. And also this little like wooden pumpkin with it cut out in the center with the little witch. That was kind of cool. They had some signs that lit up and I thought those were really cute. I don't know how much those were, but they were really, they were something fun, something different because they lit up. I'm not sure about this little witch with the cauldron. I guess you could put candy inside her skirt or something. And then there's this like little pumpkin statue for $100, which was cute. And then I do like this little skeleton serving tray. I think somewhere else, maybe Pottery Barn sells one of these. I don't know how much it is. I believe this one was $30. And then they had this other little skeleton serving tray as well. I thought this one was cute. You could have those out for a little party or something if you were having something. And then they also have dog toys that are Halloween themed, and all of HomeGoods dog toys are such a good deal. They have so many good prices on their dog toys. That's where I go and get my dogs all their toys at because it's just such a great deal. They are super cheap. And then I looked for the blankets. I didn't really like any of the blankets they had. I'm looking for this one specific blanket, and if I find it, I'll let you know. I can't even describe it. I don't know what it looks like, or I don't know how to describe it. I know what it looks like because I've seen it on other hauls, but I just can't find it anywhere in my HomeGoods. And then as I was walking out, they had a little display, you know, around the registers with a few little Halloween things on there. And they had a few cute little things set up also for a pretty good price. My last stop was at home. I love going in here during the holiday seasons. They always have the most stuff, and especially early on. And they did not disappoint this time. As soon as I walked in, they had all of their Halloween blow-ups displayed. I love that haunted tree blow up and the giant Frankenstein and the giant pumpkin reaper. Those things are awesome. They are huge for $200. I loved this arch and the little ghosts there. They had the Hocus Pocus ones. They just have so many different blow-ups on display. They're so fun to look at. You either love blow-ups or you hate blow-ups. I personally love them as long as they're continuously blown up through when you're displaying them, because once they are deflated, they just kind of look dead in the yard. But that's okay. I still love them. I think they're super cute, and you definitely want to go to at home early to get your blow-ups if you do like blow-ups, because they sell out pretty quickly. And then they also had these little outdoor Halloween displays, which I liked as well if you're not into the blow-ups. And then they had some yard stakes and some Halloween porch signs, which I thought were really cute. But I've made a few Halloween porch signs, and they're super easy to make and fun. But if you don't like making them, those were a pretty good deal. And then getting into all of like the black and white and spooky decor, they have a little section. They have a bunch of sections that are like, that say like under $10 or under $20 or under $30. So you can kind of go through the store and find different pieces, and you know what you're looking, price-wise, you know what you're looking at. So I liked a few of these pieces. I really love this candle set here, and I know I can definitely probably DIY something like that. I've seen other people do DIYs similar to those, so I love those. But I love all of these little statues here. They're so fun. I liked that skull Christmas tree. It was kind of different. And just they have like a ton of different like skeletons holding lanterns that light up and things like that, and the typewriters with the little skeleton mice on them. This little skull with skulls on them was kind of cool. And this guy is my favorite. So I might have to save up to get that little thinking skeleton because he's so cool. And then they had a few different wreaths. They had like the wood curl wreath there that was kind of just plain. And some other decor. This skull head thing was really heavy, heavier than I expected it to be, and it actually lights up, so that was pretty cool. They also had some candles with some skulls on them, and they had the bleeding candles, which they had different types of them. Like that was a skeleton with his eyes closing, and then they had just skull heads all stacked up, and then they also had ones that were like a bone, and they're all taper candles, and then when you light them, they look like they bleed. And then they had also some regular black ones and pink ones. And again, you just light them, and I guess when the wax melts, they look like they bleed. And they had these witches that the heads lit up. They were $21.99. I love those. If you wanted to make your own outside display, you could get 3 of those and like hang each one of them on shepherd's hook and put like a big cauldron in the middle. Love that. And then also they had a ton of doormats that were pretty good price. So just all different ones with skeletons on them, and different little sayings on them. I think I liked this one a lot, but my favorite one was this little ghost one that just said Halloween. I thought that one was really cute. And I mean, that's not bad for $12.99 for a pretty decent size doormat. This one I also liked. Stay for a spell, park your broom, stay for a spell. I thought that was cute too. They also had a bunch of cutesy Halloween decor that was just also really colorful. They had these little light up cat heads and vampire heads. And I loved this little like candy corn ghost pumpkin they had that lit up. That was super cute. They had a bunch of just little cutesy Halloween statues, like this little ghost one. And then they also had that little boo sign. I loved that. It kind of looked like a balloon shaped type of sign. And then they had these little Halloween lights that were ghost shaped. They had a bunch of other different Halloween lights as well that were shaped like the ghost ones. Little cat countdown Halloween calendar, and a bunch of just colorful ceramic pumpkins that were displayed around. So just a bunch of fun cutesy decor if you're not into like the spooky Halloween decor. I like both. So and then I love this ghost. I like this ghost. Then they also had this really cool giant skull head that the eyes lit up. One of them on this one was out though. And then they had these lanterns that lit up, and also they had a bunch of these animal skeletons like the spider, the bear, and armadillo. I love the skeleton coming out of the yard. And then they also had some tombstone decor that changed colors. That was pretty cool. And I loved the 3 skeletons they had up there. 2 of them the eyes lit up on, and then the middle green one, it glowed in the dark. So it was pretty cool. And then they just had an aisle of a bunch of just different trinkets and ceramic figurines. They had a smaller set of like the bigger candles that I showed before. These were $16.99. Again, can DIY these. And these little witches shoes that were candle holders were super cute. And then they just had some books and some ceramic pumpkins and different skulls. They had a bunch of different like potion bottles and things like that. And then they also had the Halloween trees that lit up for $19.99. They had all different types of them with different little toppers on them. Some of them had jack-o'-lanterns, some of them have ghosts and little witches hats, and I think one of them had a bat, and then there was like a candy corn one, and they're all different colors and things like that. So lots to choose from, different varieties. They're all really cute. And then I also loved this little witch's hat chip and dip set. I thought that was really adorable if you're having a Halloween party.
Okay, so I'm back from the store and I wanted to quickly show you guys a few things that I got that I actually purchased. One of them being from Michael's was the set of 3 cauldrons that hang. I love these. I think these would be super cute I don't know if you can put food in them, but it'd be really cute if you could put dips in them or candles or something like that. So I'll have to see if I can put food in them. Doesn't really say, so I hope so because I think that would be super cute. And then I also got 3 of these velvet hands from Michael's because I thought I could do a DIY with them, and they're good size. So actually, you could do a few DIYs with these, but the one that I had in mind, I got 3 for. And then I also got this little cauldron. I thought it was so cute. 40% off. I mean, they didn't have much out, but what they did have out, you know, was great for 40% off. And then from HomeGoods, I picked up the terracotta skull. Love this guy, hollow on the inside, but I love this, so I needed them. Got that, and then also from HomeGoods, couldn't pass this up. It is this cute little cat wreath. So I thought this would be perfect for the front door. And it was only $16.99. So got that. Put that over here. And then lastly, from At Home, I didn't get much. I got some of the black bleeding candles. I just got 2 sets of those because I thought those were cool. I'll probably go back and get like the bone ones or the skull ones because those were cool. And then I got one of the little witch light up trees. Oh, Milo, you like that? Do you like that tree? Thank you, bud. I know. Okay, go sit down. Go sit down. I got from At Home. Milo, you gotta move, buddy. Milo, you gotta move. Milo, you gotta move. You gotta move. You gotta move. Go sit down. Go sit. Sit. Okay, there you go. Last thing I got was this broom, this pumpkin spice broom. It smells so good. And I love to have these just hanging up in the house. I can put this in the entryway and it'll just smell for the season. But that was it. Thank you guys for coming along, shopping with me, and come here, Hank. This is our new little addition to the family. This is Hank. He's a golden doodle as well, like Milo, and he's very curious. But anyways, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! I gotta turn off the camera. Okay, shake. Good boy. Kisses? 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 I love you. I love you, big boy. Yes, you do. I love you. Hank, what are you doing? Hank, what are you chewing on? Stop chewing on that. Stop chewing on that. You can't have the Halloween hands. No, get out of here, Hank. Okay, guys. I gotta turn the camera off. Okay, bye.